Alright, 2 minutes. Alright. Yeah, I think you said that. How would you say the combo is awkward when you're already in the middle of a good conversation? Like, did the guys say the conversation was awkward? Oh, okay.
Good things come to those who wait, and your patience has finally paid off. Get ready because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks off in just a few moments. We got dozens of new games, trailers, exclusive interviews, which means there's only one thing left to do. It's countdown time, and I'll see you in a sec.
Yeah, that guy was just weird. GoldenEye's trending even though it wasn't in the show. Man, there's a lot of games we should have seen in the Xbox show, but they didn't show. New Indiana Jones games, new Fable. Well, Fable was announced years ago.
Welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm Day9 Still, one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Burton.
Hi.
While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here.
How did he say her last name?
The hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
I would
Over
like.
the next 2 hours, we are going to showcase
Okay, they're putting it up.
metric time
Mika
of killer
Burton.
upcoming PC games through world
I
premieres,
swear, the
exclusive
dude
interviews,
just
and
said
a few
Burblin.
surprises along the way. And you, the
Even though
folks
her
at
name
home,
is Burton.
might even be able to win yourself a fancy computer if you play your cards right.
Is that
Now,
a,
you may remember the
is that a fucking Steam Deck?
ended quite literally explosively.
Yeah.
There was a robot who tried to
No idea who
destroy
she
the
is.
human race,
New person.
electrocuted me. I think I died.
Definitely died.
Either way, I'm not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad and existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot? Anyway, wasn't he supposed to come back for this show for,
Yeah.
like, Revenge of the DevBot?
Well, he's dead.
Oh.
We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to find, and I would say he's in a better place. But I played Cyberpunk 2077, and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Jesus,
But none of that
man.
matters because
That's
the
just
show
weird when you
actually
say
took
that.
place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which
Ooh.
is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled
Ah.
to be back as a part of this weekend full of celebrations of gaming.
Joke on modern day events. Thank you.
PC gaming.
It was very
And
funny,
so, without any
Mr.
further
PC
ado,
Gaming Man.
Time for my favorite part.
Rated M for mature.
I won't leave you. You're not a monster. In the beginning, the world was subjugated by chaos. Endless droves of horrors trespassed into the world. And so came the solstice of souls.
Why does she have the Final Fantasy VII sword?
It's coming.
Yeah. Okay, volume's turned up, I guess.
Between death and transcendence, a chimera chooses death.
What the fuck is this?
We have a whole new world to forge.
Oh,
mercy on your souls.
That sword turned into an axe.
You are here with me. I always will be. As long as we are together, we're not going down. They wanted yet another monster. They shall have one. No! You must resist it!
Solstice. I want to play that. I feel like I've heard it before. Actually. Shit, that's pretty soon. I must have heard it before. Oh, okay. PC gaming show. They're just going to show off console copies. Cool. What does she teach? Rotwood. Was it coming? They put 23 and then they changed it to 24 and now it's X. Everybody uses the same sound effect for that. I've heard that same sound effect in like 4 other games. I was about to say cool, but then their website ends in .cool, so it's not very cool.
From the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature. My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach, bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver.
I like that her strategy involves bang.
Dead body. Next, we have a solution to the age-old problem of not having time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Starward Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
This better be good.
You. What have you done?
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Really? Sit here and don't you dare move. What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
Alright, I'm liking it so far.
The radiation level is growing rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
Your teacher on a YouTube vid talking about E-dates. Well, it's not the worst thing that could happen. Imagine growing up and seeing a classmate you knew in fucking Pornhub.
I located the mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead.
I admire your composure.
Wait, someone's here. Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone. Unfortunately, such unpleasant discoveries are indispensable to the mission.
I didn't let that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question. I'm getting into the recorder. What do we have here? Uh-huh. They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters long.
Yasna, do you hear me?
Yes. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better now. Actually, there's nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp. The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
This robot looks like
Okay.
it has started its task.
I'll let you
and
know
it's stuck.
one day.
What task?
This is one of the robots
How long is this
carrying
show?
containers
I'm
with
gonna check
research
they actually
material.
said how long
It
the
took
show is.
container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's
I'm
stuck?
interested in this game.
Well, it goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone,
You must have broken his loop.
but I didn't.
No, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Fuck! It's getting up!
What, a robot?
No! Antimat!
Come on, Yasna. Run. Hide. Yasna, are you alive?
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
It's doing robot things. Oh,
Take care of our people, Novik.
okay, then you'll be hearing from me real soon.
It's time to take a pit stop at the nearest dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't dead. And if you think I emphasize those words weirdly, you're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games, especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
Sega?
You? Nah. You don't have what it takes. You'll be back here too scared to try again.
Alright.
Because the dungeon will turn you into lunch meat. Unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the guns, the turrets, the upgrades. But what you really need is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers.
Endless dungeon. Okay.
Be the first to play.
Dungeon crawler.
To die. To give your feedback. Do you have what it takes?
Is this F1? This has to be F1, right?
Welcome to F1 Manager 2022.
Oh,
the
manager.
ultimate F1 simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current
Bro.
F1 teams, battling it out for a chance to be the next world
Is that
champion.
fucking Walter
Choose your
White?
team and drive every decision that leads to you making
Why is
your
Walter
mark
White
on
in the
career
fucking
and
PC gaming show picture,
Winning championships
along with
depends on
Doom
your
Guy?
ability to make the right calls on and off the track. During races, you'll mastermind strategy. Plan
Oh yeah,
targets
famous
for each
PC
driver,
characters
and make
like
changes
Max
on the fly
Payne,
when necessary. Issue
Skeleton
driver
from
callouts
Grim
such as instructing them to
Fandango,
attack or
the
defend,
engineer from
manage their
TF2,
time,
Lara
memory,
Croft,
battery usage,
and
or even
Walter
to avoid
White.
tackling a teammate, all while reacting to dynamic events like race incidents and fluctuating weather and track conditions. Between race weekends, you'll control every detail of your team from your state-of-the-art headquarters. Hire best-in-class staff to work across your aerodynamics and engineering
I've never
teams,
been a fan
and
of these
put them to the
manager
task
games,
to
so I
develop
really
your
don't give
car
a shit.
and
But it's
prepare new parts for
PC,
upcoming
so
races. Optimize
of
your
course.
finances to keep the board happy, improve and maintain your facilities, and scout talent from F2 and F3 to try and ensure future success.
There's
They
an
say
F2
knowledge
and an
is power,
F3?
and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic data will help give you the edge. From the finer details of how car parts affect overall performance, to a track's expected grip level, to the condition of your wind tunnel, how you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources will make or break your progress. You'll find depth.
Okay, if I
in
have,
abundance,
if I have any
even
questions,
down
yeah,
to real-world
I'll
team
let
radio
you know.
messages between drivers and engineers, and race commentary from David Croft and Karun Chandok. While broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking new car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. Sleek management menus and intuitive controls will drive the immersive F1 fantasy home as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital version now for early access from August 25th.
Cool.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game.
All right,
and now
Chivalry.
We're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2 in mounted combat. We want to thank our community for making the game the success that it's been so far, and if you haven't played it yet, now is the best time to check out Chivalry 2. Take a look at our new trailer that shows off the new update and its Nosian invasion.
This rebellion is at an end. The Agathians flee to their stronghold in the north. This land is mine! Now Denocia rises from the south.
Oh, cool.
Throw the dogs back into
I like to
the
fight in the desert.
forces will crash and break against the bulwark. If the wall falls, we must retaliate. Ready the ships! Long has Senosha remained safe from my fury. No more. They dare to strike out at us. Their city will fall.
I really like how those columns crumbled.
Their knowledge will burn. My reign will never end.
Nice. This was made in Ontario?
Hi,
what
everyone.
the fuck?
I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the
Oh my
PC
god,
Gaming
another
Show.
Canadian
We'll be
team.
showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy
Shit,
game
I could work
where you
at
get to
Tripwire.
use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Play Deceiving to learn more. We'll be releasing the game in early 2023 on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy the trailer.
Good afternoon, agents. Your mission is simple. Infiltrate the Frozen Coral Underwater Hotel and retrieve the blueprint of a powerful weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission's success. But only one will get the paycheck. Do whatever it takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah! Ka-ching! Oh, come on. They can't be this fast.
Okay, I'm liking how this is.
And they thought it was
It's like
secure.
multiplayer Hitman.
I am victorious.
They're really not gonna make it easy for me. Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target. Outskilled and outgunned.
It can't end like this.
Target acquired. Moving to rendezvous point. All done. Really? Mission complete!
Bro, this looks fun. This looks real fun. Deceive Incorporated. Deceive Inc. Ooh, you can even... Fuck, you can do prop hunt in this game.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a reoccurring dream that you really wish would come true? I mean, mine personally
He'll be
involves
dead.
the flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but you know, yours may be different, but you know, somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very different dream to life. My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show.
Can they give me the room too so that I can move?
The beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is, of course, the rig, so let's start there. As you can see, the mad geniuses at iBuyPower have built an absolute doozy. The first thing you'll notice is that Height Y60 case with its wraparound tempered glass panels.
How do I remind you of him?
From the ground up to display the sickest PC tech you can squeeze into a desktop
Not
machine.
suicidal, that's
And
one
let's
thing.
face it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics card in these dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting.
The silicon
but for this to
gods.
be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches the style. So let's check out the guts of our dream PC, and trust me, there's plenty of power crammed in. The big question, though, is what pixel pusher iBuyPower has used, and you won't be disappointed with an
This shit
overclocked
better run
RTX
Metro at
3090
4K.
from Gigabyte, right? This 24 gigabyte
Okay, it just
monster
might,
of a
actually.
GPU packs the cooling to stay chill and the power to smash through any game you throw at it. The graphics card is the rig's MVP, but any superstar needs some dope backup. And the fastest gaming CPU around, the Intel 5.5 GHz Core i9 12900KS with 32
What does the
gigabytes
S
of
stand for?
DDR5 RAM
I know
and
K,
8
but
terabytes of
when did they
seriously
release
fast
the S?
SSD storage, both from ADATA, makes up the perfect support team. Whew, that is a whole lot of PC. But Mika, you may greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers, we got you covered, because the Height Eclipse wireless headset comes in plush vegan leather trim with a 30-hour battery life and competition-grade.
Why do I give a shit if a
2.4
headphone is
gigahertz
vegan?
connection. And you noisy typers are going to love the clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was
I'm
that?
not gonna eat the fucking
RGB?
headphones.
Well, of course! The keyboard and mouse both light up like Atlantic City
I
on
know
a Saturday night.
that they mean
And
like
yeah,
it's usually
you
made
can
with like
turn
some
it off so you
animal
can
material or
actually get some
whatever,
sleep.
but
You can find out more about this gear feature today over at iBuyPower.com.
I think anybody who's a
but I know
gamer
you
would
really wanna know
wouldn't
the
even
info
give
on
a
how to win
shit
this beastly setup.
if
So
the headphones
here
were
are the
vegan.
details.
Of all
Thanks,
things.
Mika. Yes, folks, it couldn't be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc and follow the simple instructions.
All right.
There, you'll find a complete breakdown of the prize, which, don't worry, also comes with some very swish monitors as well as the eligibility rules. Good luck, gamers.
That is right. Just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc for your chance to win. But for now, let's get back to the games. From Kepler Interactive and A44
All right,
Games
here it
comes
is. They just
Flintlock,
put it up
Siege of Dawn,
half an hour
an
ago.
action RPG from the team behind Ashen, where gods and guns collide.
Ashen? Which one is Ashen?
When the gods first emerged from the great below, we saw them as saviors. Instead,
He has
they
long hair?
unleashed a pestilence on our world.
Okay, people are just bombarding the contest, so I can't even see the forum where I have to put my private information. Oh, it's this game. Okay, well, I can talk over this. Service unavailable. Good job, PC Gamer. Well, I guess nobody told that Microsoft had this first. PC game show is 2 fucking hours? It's 2 goddamn hours. Okay, I was not expecting for this to be 2 hours, but here I am.
Hey PC Gaming Show, I'm Derek Bradley, the CEO of A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Hi, Derek
Flintlock
Bradley.
is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so
Well, I guess
as
if you were
humanity,
interested in
we
this
now have the
game,
power of
there's
black
more info,
powder
I
and
guess.
bombs and flintlock rifles
I'm somewhat
to
interested, but
finally
I
overthrow
don't
the
give a shit right
gods
now.
And take the world back. You'll play as Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition forces. Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the
Vasectomy.
gods and will stop at nothing
Jesus,
to get her
man.
revenge. But you won't be going it alone. Where Nor brings firepower, her
I would
fox-like
just say,
companion
yeah, I
Nikki
do, but
brings
not
magic
with
to the
you.
battlefield. You will have to master a combination of axe combat and gunplay.
Just
while
give
your
it to her
companion
straight,
Enki
man.
uses his
I'm pretty
magical
sure that's
powers
what he
to
wanted
disrupt
to say.
enemies. We can't wait to show you more of Flintlock before it's released next year. Head over to our socials for more info, and don't forget to wishlist now on Steam and Epic Game Store. Have a great show.
Coming up next, a mysterious new sci-fi game from 11-bit
Hashtag
Studios, creators of This War of
wishlisted.
Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive
Do these guys get like
We'll also show you what's
paid
next for
more
Outriders
or
from
more
Square Enix and
promotion
People Can
if
Fly.
everybody's wishlisting
Plus,
the game on
if you
Steam.
look back on high school and think, you know, those 40
It's sort of
years
like,
would
you
have
know,
been
liking
better if
a
I was
game,
fighting literal demons,
liking a video
you're
on
definitely going
YouTube.
to want to study up on our next world-exclusive independent game inspired by the Persona series. Choke your health potions now because there is so much more PC gaming show coming your way.
Please announce Deadly
Before we go,
Premonition,
the
even though it
folks at
came out
Campus
like
Data Centers have a
yesterday.
little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks?
5G?
And answer the question for a chance to win
5G in my
$500 worth of
PC
stuff
game?
from Razer.
You're
Or
gonna
visit
give me
gaming.compassdatacenters.com.
COVID with 5G.
Okay, now back to the PC gaming show.
Alright, here we go. Games?
Ready to
Maybe.
game the system?
Oh no.
Mana. You slay.
It's another fucking credit
You
card.
win. So should your bank account. Because your power shouldn't stop when the game does. Mana is the best gaming rewards debit card where you can earn perks and points by paying and playing and get rewarded
This
with
is
the
how you know
things
gaming is
actually want,
mainstream. When they
like
make
that skin
gaming
can't
credit cards.
or your next gear upgrade. So why pay any other way? Pay with mana. Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
What the
I
fuck,
know what you're
man?
thinking, and the answer is yes. It's time to talk about The Alters, the brand new game from 11-Bit Studios. The Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine, make difficult choices in the face of climate apocalypse in Frostpunk, and battle encroaching corruption in Children of Morta.
Oh,
The
they made
Alters sent us to the
Children of
darkest
Morta?
reaches of space.
I didn't know
A
that.
survival story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
I didn't even know existential crisis can be considered good. I think I had one like a few years ago. Is this a horror game? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh boy. Cosmic horrors beyond my imagination, my favorite. Is that him? Are they all him? This is just Doom multiplayer. Oh god. This is the future Democrats want. Vote Republican. Okay. We haven't seen any gameplay at all, so I don't know what to think of the game.
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Please, for the love of God, explain the game.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Well, first of all,
I'm
these
so
guys
glad.
were
I'm so
not
glad we live on a
exactly
fucking
clones.
wheel.
We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the
It
thing
always is.
In order to do so, you need to create those altars, as each
The
one of
objective
them
is never,
have
oh, go
different
outside
set of
and die. No,
skills
it's always
and
survive.
character traits. So
Find your way back
these are
home.
things necessary for your survival and
Let me just
finding
get
a
it.
way
Let me
back
just
home.
So
play
from
a
the
game where
trailer,
the objective
totally
is
this
to
could be a
die.
horror, a thriller, a mystery. What
Right.
should players expect?
Just like that
There are
one
bits
suicidal
of
guy you were
everything
talking about,
mentioned,
Ghost.
Like, there is this mystery as we're looking.
Give me a game
deep
where
into
he
the
is
soul
the
of
main
character.
character.
But what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama. But then on top of it, we have this quite thick layer of surreality. I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. How does this quote relate to the story?
So this quote, it relates directly to the main theme of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game and we're taking
I
advantage
feel
of
like
what
they
video
should have just
games
shown
are as a
gameplay
medium. So
and not
we're
have
using
this segment.
tools like systematic design and non-linearity in order
This
to
is
put the
fine
players in the
if it
middle of
wasn't
the
in the PC gaming
and
show. If
in
it
the
was
end,
anywhere else, yeah,
allow
that's
them
fine.
to create their own stories
But not here.
inside the game.
It shouldn't be
A
here.
little bit about the relationship
I
of
don't
the
care
previous
about this game
titles to
anymore.
the altars, whether
Give me
there's
something
any
else.
narrative or themes or even just influence that those games had on this
Yes,
one.
look at all these games they
The
worked on,
Altars
but
is
they're out.
purely 100% our
Most
game,
of the people who
11-bit
were
Studios
interested, they
game.
already played
And
these
it's
games.
created
They're interested in this
line
one,
with
but
our
we're
meaningful
already making them
entertainment
not care.
philosophy. So it's a game
This
we
is not
hope
the
that
place
it will make you think
to have this
even
conversation.
after you stop playing it. This war of mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level.
You know
with
how
the
I
strong
feel like
focus on
this.
the emergent narrative. And now with the altars, we want
No-
to follow that path.
no
But we
notifications.
also really want to push the boundaries
Now we
even
just-
further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design
My
of our
opinion,
games.
this.
Thanks so much again to Tomasz and the whole team at 11-Bit Studios for joining us.
That's how
this
I
year.
feel right
And
now.
while I try to find enough Rapidium to make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Yeah, because it sure
AI.
stopped.
Honestly, I need to look into getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games we've seen so far. But I'm also legitimately worried about having to eventually fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when they steal my life, making me wonder if I was
Okay, I think he said get the ball rolling, please.
video game. Yeah, no, it's totally worth it for video games. Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is much more interested in what you all have been saying about the show so far. So keep letting us know your thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show on all platforms. Now, let's get back to the real reason all here. Cloning. I mean video games.
Cloning. Cloning sounds more interesting. Is that Destiny? I swear to God, if this is fucking Destiny. It's not Destiny. But we've seen this in the Summer Game Fest, I think. Yeah, we saw this before. Boy, I sure love seeing more of the same trailer. Outriders, yeah, fucking, it's the game everybody forgot. I forgot it was Outriders too. Outriders came out last year. It's just an expansion. I heard the game was shit, so I don't know. Take that as you will. Didn't we see this at the Microsoft event? No, this is something else. This is more Alchemist than anything else, than what they were showing at the Xbox showcase. Potion craft. Cool.
Sure. When TinyBuild lets you open your own medieval potion shop, you get hailed as a master alchemist. But when I do it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible.
I remember that one time I was trying to make meth and they told me no, or you're going to jail. Oh, it's this game. This one already came out. What's it called? Super Animal Fighter or whatever? Super Animal Royale. Okay, yeah. No, it was a generic name anyways. What the fuck is this? Okay, this is the gameplay. What is dem? What do you mean by dem? You said that, and I still have no clue what that means. That seems cool. Aesthetically, not gameplay-wise.
Before your eyes lies the Celestial Islands, a world of peace above the clouds, protected by 4 great houses.
I want to see what people are saying. I'm not really interested in this one. New Valve game, please. Lame. Why did they throw vaporware in it? Oh. What the like a group of guys or one guy? Which one is it? It's either one or the other, man. Man dem. I just want to know what dem means. Mahokenshi.
Planet Earth.
Man dem and man dems. Yeah, that's very.
Must reach out to explore the unknown.
It's very helpful.
Experts presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security and
Who is this Joker ripoff voice actor?
we surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let these victories go to our heads. We are the future.
Oh, Killing Floor. Okay, it's more Killing Floor.
And now it's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of PC gaming's titans of modding, simulation, and scale.
Sonic?
Arma 4.
Oh.
Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access.
What is
This playable
Reforger?
prototype will be a foundation for Arma 4. And with it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions about the future of Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through DayZ. Oh, and also this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the future for this project, we've got none other than Bohemia Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they really view this as a key quality of our games. And we were very pleased by the reactions of both our community and the new players who immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad that the reception was so good.
So there's no doubt players who have been longtime fans of the franchise stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious, what were some of the big challenges of rebuilding that specific Arma feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I myself very much on the very purist side of things, so no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards, so do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games.
Squid Game Season 2 is coming.
All other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in terms of how it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there is a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public, so it's a premiere of a tool suite. And these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now, so we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
How about
Sorry
no?
to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Oh boy,
yes,
real life
it's
events.
Extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with
Advanced
a great
Wars
level
didn't
of respect.
get
We are
delayed,
still at the
so it
beginning,
would have
but
come
we
out.
definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in
I would
this
say
area,
hurry
and
up, but they're
very
talking about something
chance
important.
to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. so people can easily digest how this is constructed in our Workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was
Get
built
a GPU,
on
get a new
foundations,
one.
down in times of single core and no GPUs basically. So this time much more computations and intensive
yeah, that's
rendering
weird.
things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are
Where's Bohemia
gathering
Interactive?
feedback and even our own.
Where are they
feedback,
located?
So we are moving things forward, and yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So
Prague.
We are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger
Yeah,
and
they're
Arma
real
4.
fucking close.
Now, you don't go anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
Just around the corner in the PC Gaming Show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because front-end development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion, and get your crowbars ready for Half-Life Alyx Levitation, a special project from some very talented modders. Oh, modders,
Oh.
what would PC Gaming do
I thought it was
without
like
you?
an expansion.
While we're here, quick geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer this question for the folks at Compass Data Centers and it could win you a $500 Razer gift card. Scan the QR code on the screen to enter.
Well, shit, if you gave us time to scan it.
Tales at the PC Gaming Show, but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of 2 completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Okay, they're not close. There's like a country in between
I'm
them,
James,
so.
and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look
Dune
at
came
Spice Wars
out?
multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head in free-for-all, 2v2, or
Oh
work
yeah, it
together in
did.
co-op against AI
A
opponents.
friend told me it came out.
We're introducing new synergy systems between factions that will open a vast number of strategies to help you crush your opponents. Multiplayer will be available in Dune Spice Wars very soon.
Why was it not there at
After 5
launch?
years and nearly 3 million units
What are you
sold,
guys
Northgard's
doing?
story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard. Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent. Forced to depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm. This Northgard expansion arrives this winter.
Okay.
And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your friends. But you can split up to cover more ground. Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as one wrong move may lead to your group's demise. The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer. So a few months ago we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
This better be good.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's
This reminds me of Risk of Rain.
We
too.
used our limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life deep below the waves of this strange new planet.
But soon,
we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Isolated.
Abyssals. Alright. No idea what kind of game that is. What the fuck? Decarnation.
Thank you very much
Degradation.
for sticking with us, everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Alright.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up,
Decarnation.
how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization?
Oh, it's
Let's
easy.
find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from TinyBuild.
You just take the thing from here and put it there. This takes place after Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And then something's gonna eat the bird, right?
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
I am future. I am legend. What? Sure, why not? Bird exploded. Totally normal. Don't they explode if you give them rice?
Caldaria, and bestowed it upon us, a new generation, to share or spar over.
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor, cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm. Beginning with ourselves, of course.
Dominance can be secured through strength, as well as delicacy.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
Join the great houses of Caldaria.
Okay.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds.
I
That
put
was
on my
The
glasses.
thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs, man destroys God. Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Is this Jurassic World? Yes, it is. I thought they already talked about Jurassic World DLC. Oh boy, it's the thing from the movie. It's the biome from the movie. Likely mature.
Humans interfacing with computers
for their own entertainment.
Yes.
The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul creatures,
and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station.
What the hell is this? This looks cool.
Of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? My children, hacker. Their blood is on your hands.
You will suffer for your transgressions.
These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
Oh! Oh my fucking god! That was System Shock!
And frankly, horrifying trailer. Developed by Night Dive Studio, System Shock is the return of a beloved, acclaimed sci-fi saga. Today, to take us even further inside the world of System Shock, welcome the one and only Warren Spector. Thanks so much for joining us, Warren.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
In terms of trying to translate the experience of a game from 1994, 3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics, obviously. We did the best we could, but it was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game opened, the original, a help screen that came up, and it filled the entire screen with text. It's just insane. I don't know how the guys at Night Dive did it. It's amazing. But frankly, as I think back on it, the game actually holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see it come back.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure on
System Shock just shocked me and I broke a fucking plate. Oh my god, fucking System Shock.
Is going to get the chance now to experience it, and I think they'll see not just that
that's a
they're
Twitch
having fun
clip.
playing this
Fuck,
game,
man, I didn't
but
want to
also
break
see
that plate.
other
But we have a
games
ton of
follow in
those,
its
so
footsteps.
it's fine.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets.
Unfortunate,
we're
but
worried
it's
about
fine.
the evil of
It's weird.
algorithms.
It broke directly in half. It was completely like right down the middle in half. No like curve. It was a straight line.
Let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in 1994.
Well, Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us, and I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Hey, I can't wait to return to that world. I forgot
Right?
basically
Right?
fans know way more about the
It
game
was
than
the
I
most
do,
clean-
So it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again,
Broken.
Warren Spector, for joining us to talk all
It was the
things
most
System
clean
Shock.
split I've ever seen on a
personally
plate.
Can't wait for the game to come out.
In a
though.
broken plate.
It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before I spiral further, here are some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
Since the first pioneers changed the harshest aspects of
Fucking System Shock. Oh my god.
that the rise of Titan would forever be without misery or bloodshed. We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice. To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin to the great works of mankind.
What is this?
Any victory achieved through that deepest expression of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have but a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
war between Mars and Titan devastated our solar system.
Titan?
Lead the survivors to Demaret, where you will continue
Thanos won?
your storyline campaign in orbit of an alien star.
They're even playing Thanos's music from Infinity War. Oh, we saw this at the Summer Game Fest. God, it's just... And it's a shorter version of the same trailer. It's not even anything new.
All right,
Cool.
gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag PC Gaming Show. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play The Altars. Ah, good. Now, we're all rested up, feeling good. It's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis, and experience the investigative horror of Immortality, the latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
Sam Barlow. That name sounds familiar.
I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
Okay.
Does this work as a confession?
The words.
That's fabulous.
Now it's worth
Did you ever read his diary?
Ark Survival Evolved is free on Steam right now. I wonder if I already have it actually. Okay, I do own it.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No.
Is that Nina from Digital Devolver? From Devolver Digital?
Hey, boss. Time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again. If the weather gets bad, we can grow some veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends.
A lot of these games are unrealistic since you're able to afford
Or water down their drinks,
basic shelter.
Not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories. Your stories.
This actually looks
You
interesting.
ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe we all will. Welcome to Nivalis.
Nivalis. Fuck, man, I want to play this game.
Hi, I'm Marco.
And I'm Roman.
At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction and games, but we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. This is a game in which you manage your restaurant, bar, or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of the people you meet.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements.
We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis. You can wishlist Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Mana is the gaming rewards.
Oh my god, this fucking credit card again, I swear to God.
So with every quest you complete and every purchase you make, you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start.
You better make it easy for me to set up my cryptocurrency on this shit.
Life rewards the next time you play. So why pay any other way? Pay with mana. Pay with power. Mana.
Another fucking mana ad.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Google Chrome joke. It takes a lot of RAM. It takes up a lot of RAM. Look at all this. These are not tabs, these are bytes of RAM. Necrosoft. Oh, okay, this is something else. Okay, fuck off, Epic Games Store, please. Oh yeah, they showed this off in the preview to the show trailer. Not that interested, to be honest. Okay, it's been an hour. We have half a show left. If it is 2 hours, I have no clue. Oh boy, giant 3D monsters. I really like that. They're using like a color palette similar to what a PlayStation would be able to do. Well, not color palette, color... It's more like the colors available to a model for a model that's in a PlayStation game. PS1 game. Demon School.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Ysbryd Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room, make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the H.R. Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Desolate and decayed. A grisly nightmare.
Did you say Scorn?
Of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley.
Okay, this is good because they're actually showing something different about Scorn.
Mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms
in comparison to what Xbox was showing. It's not the same trailer shorter, it's not the same trailer but with added aspects. No, it's actually something different.
Biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization.
Now, why would you stick your hand in there?
And ruin.
That just doesn't seem like a good idea, you know?
Within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed. Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere.
From a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created by Ethek and Lustmord. Scorn
Completely
has
normal.
no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress.
I wonder what other
While there
systems
is
this game is
shooting
coming to.
within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October.
Oh boy,
Are you
Eldritch
prepared
cosmic
to
horrors beyond my
unravel your
imagination,
inner self within
beyond my
Scorn's
comprehension.
of horror?
They should delay it to the 31st, just so they could say it's releasing on Halloween.
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce Kwisatz Haderach, it doesn't matter, I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. In this brutal third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hollis, the creative director, on Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Okay,
Tim, I
Warhammer
wanna start
shit.
with you. You previously worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on Space Marine 2, you know, because it's a great franchise, and I know that it's inspired so many other video games throughout the last 25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about Captain Titus and what makes this class of Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grimdark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But what makes the Primaris different is that a guy named Belisarius Cawl, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw a lot of Tyranids. Are they the main enemy that you're going to be against? And if so, what makes them such a compelling foe?
In this particular game, the Tyranids are the main focus, and what makes them compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands, and our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can
I really don't
deliver these
like
epic battles.
this. Should
Now
be an
we have
after show
thousands
thing, not a
of
current
Tyranids, and you will
during
rip
the
and tear
show
through them all.
thing.
I mean, that is so thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't even hope to do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So you know, we looked at, you know, the original Space
Just
Marine
gonna bring it down.
where it had a lot of this push forward
Space Marine came out
which has
11
inspired many
years
other
ago.
video
Holy
games,
shit.
but that never stop, never take cover combat is integral to Space Marine 2, along with, you know, these really cool, powerful weapons. So you're either tearing up enemies in front of you, or you're blowing them away from the back of the battlefield. It's the best of both worlds.
I mean, that sounds so terrific. And I mean, I know you guys are huge fans of the 40K lore, so I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive focusing on right now?
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience.
There's
And
a
you go around all these
fucking
cabinets
museum?
where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That answers everything. Thank you so much, Tim and Oliver from Saber Interactive, for joining us.
I really
Can't
gotta
wait.
give one of these
Warhammer
games a
40K,
shot.
Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now next,
Why is he mentioning the other consoles?
the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet from Frontier Developments and Kyoken Interactive. Let's take a look.
Just fucking mentioned GoldenEye. You know, he could have just said Perfect Dark. Okay, these guys just wanted to remake GoldenEye. I really like this. I like the N64 aesthetic, especially in high resolutions. I want the sharpest polygons. I want these polygons to fucking poke my eyes out. Ooh, oh my god, that is super... I really want to do that. Agent 64. I'm actually gonna check if I can. Oh, I want to play that. Oh my god.
Sarah? Ryan? This is Kathy.
I am downloading that. Holy shit.
Please come in.
Mission
It's
Opera
less than 200 megabytes.
bring the Arcs and their revolutionary technology back home.
It's already done.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
We're gonna be playing that after this.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decisions.
We can do this.
What do you expect to find on Mars?
Deliver us Mars. I feel like we've heard this before. Okay, well, we must have. It's coming out pretty soon.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell, and I play Kathy Johansson in the out-of-this-world sci-fi epic Deliver Us Mars. Join Kathy and the crew of the Zephyr on an unmissable adventure as they journey to the Red Planet to recover technology vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all the Valorant, CSGO,
God,
and League
more
of Legends
fucking
players. How much
ads.
has esports revenue increased since 2006?
Okay, I was wrong. This is not a
Compass
credit
Data
card.
Centers
Not
wants
this
to
one.
hear
The other
your
one
guess,
is
and you can scan
Mana,
this QR
whatever
code
it's
on the
fucking
screen
called.
for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then, our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to ask the hard-hitting questions like, when can we play this already?
And we saw this back in the Summer Game Fest show. Already? Shit, we just
2 years
saw...
ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you. Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to
We
campaign
just
missions,
saw
we're
a
building
trailer like
world-class
2 days
competitive
ago.
experience with grassroots
How
and
the hell do you
professional
guys already have a
accessible from
massive
directly
update?
within the game. There will be different leagues suitable for all levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize your forces to open up new styles of gameplay and long-term variety. Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs. Beta testing starts next year, and you can sign up now to reserve your place in line at playstormgate.com.
You might happen to know that I'm a huge fan of real-time strategy games.
Oh,
StarCraft's
really?
my favorite game. I played it for 25
Shit,
years. I still
I
play
had
it.
no
And that's why
idea.
I'm so thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of all time. And we're here to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio. And it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways.
I would like to see more gameplay, but we saw this back
by the races, by the units, so you really get a sense
at the
for how to
SGF.
enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay.
The
'cause obviously in all
San
these
Gay
modes, you're gonna be
Francisco.
collecting money, building bases, building
That's
units, and
totally
so on.
what it means.
And I know that for you, the game feeling really good and really smooth to play is super important. Now, obviously, I I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that, for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us, but even that first cinematic that we debuted, like, that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So you've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up.
They showed off the same clip of people having shit in their hands.
In a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster,
Please,
ready to take on Sarah,
go on, continue. Shut the fuck up about the game. I don't care.
The best at your schools. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level.
I don't give a shit about esports.
So of course, in the history of RTS games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players that didn't even play the original game. They just did custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make
I can't fast forward real life.
Experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to
please
be
nerf
able
the
to share
difficulty
mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as
I
well.
feel
So there's
dead, especially after the whole System Shock announcement.
Tim, thank you so
well,
much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about
God, that just brought me
Stormgate,
right back up.
free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com.
That's great,
Tim, I'm gonna do a transition
Day9.
to the
Good
next
for
game.
you,
ready?
Day9.
It's gonna be good. Watch this. It's gonna be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words to yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
Okay. I'm interested. Just build towns up a mountain. This is cool. Okay, I like that. Leysara Summit Kingdom. That looks cool. That actually looks cool. What is this? Frozen Flame. It's actually coming out pretty soon.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world reshaped by a magical calamity. A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but
It's
instead
exactly
you'll be
where I
raising
want to build
fortresses
one.
and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how
Fuck, that's
long
one
you
thing I gotta
survive
download
right
now.
And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
$14
If
yeah.
you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever. The roar of the engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries
14
in the
gigabytes.
streets
It'll only take like
calling
2.5
out
minutes.
for revolution.
God, I love fiber
In
internet.
Victoria 3, we simulate this era. 100 years starting in 1836, and put you in charge of a young society.
I am the young society.
You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating heart of your nation and form powerful groups with needs and desires. Listen to their calls and let it influence reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come. Taxes, production, trade, and construction. Play these cards right, and you can harness the Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans. This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use pacts, threats, and bluffs to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy. But you can decide when push comes to shove.
I would like to see a run of this game.
Here
Just
you write
completely
the stories, and over time,
warless.
the history of your world will be carved into the map. What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Well, it's coming out real soon. Tomorrow.
That was the gameplay
That's what it
debut
says.
of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page.
Did
on
they just
Steam,
forget to
where
put
you'll
in
be
the
able to buy
trailer?
every game
That's why they're
from
telling
today's
us
show.
now?
Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your browser to be taken straight to there.
Actually, Steam has
And
like
now
a
on
dedicated
with the show.
page for the games in this show. New Blood. Oh, they're showing a bunch of new games. I never played Act 1. I didn't even know there was even an Act 1, but there's already a sequel. Fallen Aces. Oh. Oh, I want to play this. Dusk HD, I gotta
What's up,
find
PC
that.
gamers? We're back again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. A Medieval to Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed
Dusk is already out.
here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And
I don't know why it
we're
didn't
still not
have
ready to
this,
talk about those games. But I want to
wish
let you
list.
know
It's
that
weird.
yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream
20
game.
seconds till
And yes,
Frozen
we're still working on
Frozen
a
Flame is
combat
done.
game. But we're not ready to talk about those
Was that
games
Postal?
just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable, PC gaming.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. If you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable... I would never do that. Hi, I love you. So yeah, we good? No. Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
Alright, 2 years in the making, I guess. Dylan Rogers. David. His name is David.
Hello, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter.
God, I'm a sucker for this aesthetic too. God fucking damn it. It's called Gloomwood, right? Gloomhaven. Gloomwood, there it is. There's a fucking demo!
Don't delay.
Guess what I'm downloading? Oh fuck, it's not even a gig. It's already done. It's already finished downloading Gloomwood. That's 3 games we're gonna play after this.
I'll be waiting.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club. And our first rule, we absolutely plan to talk about it.
Are they gonna talk about Super Animal Royale? Did we just see it here, or was it in the Xbox show? Looks nice. Too bad about the frame rate, though.
Corrupted what? Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope, haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you. Talk about how cool I am in the story, and how funny, witty. You know, just talk about me. Found it.
Probably should.
Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer. Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
It's coming to everything. I'm gonna... What was it called?
The survival of thy noble family depends on their ability to rule the city, to fight with valor, and to learn. Oh, if only it were that easy.
Fucking System Shock. Man. Norland. I think they forgot a letter in there. Oh, them's fighting herds. She sounds like Tara Strong. Man, I can't believe this was a My Little Pony game. Deliver us Mars, wish list. Oh, wait, Outriders? Okay, it is a DLC expansion, whatever the fuck it is. System Shock! Why was it not wishlisted? God, what are you doing, cringe? Solstice. That one's going on the wish list. Which one was the Invincible again? Okay, this one looked interesting. I like the look of this one. Core Keeper. Oh, it's actually here on Steam. Oh, here it is. $13. Wow.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim with Fireshine Games and Pug
it's already out.
The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists and turns and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press it? I'm gonna go ahead and assume you pressed it. No, but seriously, press it.
Okay, can't see the other game I was looking for.
Life can be harsh.
Blackfire Whale, whatever it's called.
But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. This wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
Cool, but why should I care? Is this Oregon Trail? I would fucking die of laughter if it was. Farthest frontier. Oh, it was down here. Okay, it's not down there. Never mind. Blackfire Wall, there it is. No demo, but I was able to wishlist it. Deceive. Yeah, there it is.
What is below is destined to be understood.
There's 10 minutes left.
Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world. For too long, we have wandered without purpose. From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
Voice acting, huh? Sure is something. We need to live in this world and make sure we do good.
To understand our world, we must explore it.
We must find the tablets. The seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
I hope they're being mind controlled. I hope that's the point of the voice acting.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector. The planet we almost lost, then found a reason to stay. Take it from me, this place wants you dead. But we've made progress, learned the lay of the land, how to use Icarus to our advantage. Our friends at the UDA
I'm interested.
are offering up a slice.
This looks cool.
Terrain. If you learn, build, and survive,
What's it called?
Maybe, just maybe, there's a future here.
Too bad they couldn't get a PC with a GPU newer than the fucking 1050. Icarus. Oh.
In the rich tapestry of the PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today
I love
started
how
as PC
when they were talking about Arma Reforger, they said, "Oh, people love this game," and then here I am seeing Steam reviews. It's got mixed.
in the form of an
Well, I guess not,
ambitious
guys.
mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of rebels gone rogue, they've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alex.
Icarus and Nivalis. I forgot to put that in.
Alex, according to this old resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
Man, mods for VR games is gonna be pretty... It's gotta be really interesting. Which one is Flintlock? Oh, it's this one they were talking about. I'm sort of somewhat interested. We'll see what happens. I don't have a VR headset, so I don't really care. Where is Icarus? Just gonna search it up. First cohort. Okay, it's $40. Oh, them's fighting herds just got the update. The update released just after the trailer, I guess.
Alex, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead.
This is cool.
It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
I mean, if they're showing it here, Valve must be like, yep, it could be canon. Should be canon.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon. Oh boy.
Well, that ain't good. There's G-Man. Nice.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ.
That is some swear. If you're wondering why it's choppy, don't worry, it's choppy for me too. Really, this is gonna be their one last thing? A mod? I wish they showed off the Ocarina of Time port. That's cool. That's fucking cool, man.
Nice.
Yep, that is something you want to grab out of a toilet. Did they get Alex's voice actress back?
3 cells left. Oh boy.
Alright, I guess that's it. Uh-huh.
Well, folks, this is the end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last
Except
2
right now,
hours, we
since
saw
everything's
games from
super
developers
expensive.
all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show, all the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thanks to you again for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us again. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
That really was their one last thing, huh?
This is the official PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Replenish your potions.
There's bloopers.
Let's do it again. This is the first time. But before I spiral further into my concerns, here's even more. All right, one more time. You just saw.
They didn't even announce
Welsh
Deadly
developer-
Premonition.
British developer.
It just came out, I guess.
You want perfect? Watch this. Chart. So now they're all
Is
rested
anybody
up.
else talking
Let's
about
enjoy
this
a
show,
slice
or?
of that cyberpunk life? Experience we skipped the whole line. We accidentally the whole line. We have come to the end of our show at long last. With so many, I saw my spit fly out, and I hope
I wonder if.
I didn't get you, man.
Oh, good.
And also, I ate a Snickers, so I want to make sure.
Of DDR.
Yeah,
Also
right.
doing so well.
Yeah, right. It's a mouthful.
There are
It is
so
a
many
mouthful.
numbers all at once.
There are so
Game
many
reveals
numbers.
to
Yeah.
share with you, which would only mean one thing. It's countdown. Time. I have a. There's a LaCroix burp.
Well, they're just watching the bloopers.
It's not a heart attack. It's just a burp. All right, I'm going to do the take. It's gonna happen. Maybe. Game reveals to share with you, which would only mean one thing. It's countdown.
Okay, this makes more sense. This makes much more sense now.
There's a LaCroix burp.
I was like, why is it just 3? Okay, I just had to refresh the page.
It's not a heart attack. It's just a burp. All right, I'm going to do the take. It's gonna happen. Maybe.
Okay, I've had enough of that.